dark light. Don't matter in this motherfucker, you heard? Blame it on the juice, blame it on Patron, blame it on the Jack, it got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol, blame it on the alcohol. I'm fucked up.
All right.
Nigga, I'm twisted.
We gonna get this show on the road. I am super, super excited because we are kind of switching things up a little bit today on our podcast.
Oh, you just went straight into it.
You say that every episode.
I feel like there should be some kind of like slow into.
That's what's happening.
Okay.
Hi.
You got it.
We got an easer. You ease into it.
Mm-hmm. A little foreplay before we start.
Well, we wanted to introduce, we have a special guest today, Miss Ava Dasar. We get a little round of applause. And you might have heard us say a couple times in our other podcast, we really want to make sure that we are just kind of like getting to know our guests as they come onto our podcast. And so we're going to kind of get to know who is Ava. Abdul, you want to slowly?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being you. And for each person out there, I love you individually for your own reasons.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, Ava?
Hi.
How's
good
it going?
morning.
Good.
How are you feeling?
I feel really good. If I do say so myself.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Ava Dasar, and a lot of people know me as Post
Speaking to
Malone's
that-
ex-girlfriend. I make music and write, and I'm a little bit of a hater on the internet, also known for that. I believe in free speech. I love a good mimosa.
We got you covered there.
I'm known to mix a sleeping pill with those at times. And just here for the vibes.
Well, thank you so much, Ava. We want to get us, we want to make sure you're feeling comfortable. He's like, I can't condone that on the internet.
That was a hell of a sentence.
That was good.
Also, I don't know what this is, basketball or?
No, that's just Jonah brand. A local brand. A local
Love you,
clothing
Jonah.
brand. Yes.
We are going to go ahead and we're going to do an icebreaker if you're down. And it's, which one is that? Which drink is it? Okay, perfect. We are going to have you pull from the top.
Okay.
And you can ask Abdul or myself the question.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, I get
And
to choose?
it's truth or drink. Yeah.
Does she read the question and then choose who does it, or does she have to choose now and then pick the card?
Choose now and then, pick the card and then choose, yeah. Because
Okay.
some of those questions are a little bit...
Okay.
Okay, pick the card and then choose who I want to ask it
after
to.
you
Okay.
read it, just so you're not, stuck.
Is this the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ava, remember I love you.
Oh, okay.
Before
Well,
you
to
pick.
be fair, everyone's going to go either way,
Well,
so...
to be fair, everyone loves me. Abdul.
Yes.
Brag about the best sex you've ever had,
Whoa.
and what a great lover you are.
Tea.
This is truth or drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna-
don't think you're a good lover?
I'm a terrible lover.
Damn.
Yes. Nobody should have sex with me.
Oh.
Cheers.
Oh, my God. No, we don't have to drink. You have to drink.
I want to drink after that.
You pick now, Abdul.
I'm already picking Ava.
Okay.
Hopefully it's a terrible card.
That was a good question.
See how bad you can get me.
Ava,
Yeah.
have you ever intentionally tried to be around less attractive people so you'd be the hottest one in the group?
What?
Present company included.
Yeah, every day.
You
and it
surround
never
yourself
works.
with ugly people?
I try to.
How do you even pick? What is ugly?
Who's the ugliest
No.
person you've hung out with?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say I do that. In fact, I think it's the opposite. If I can't, I need to have competition in my life. So, if I am around people that I don't think are attractive, I just don't think that would be good for me in the long run.
So you avoid ugly people?
No, yes.
Try to get her caught up.
Yes. So if anybody has been canceled on by Ava, just know it's because
It's
you're
'cause
ugly.
you're ugly.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
You can't be a part of this clique with that face.
All right, Daizha.
All right, I don't want to reach over you, boo.
You
We're gonna do 2 rounds of this, so you're answering one of them. Now, don't be scared today. Ava,
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
tell us about the worst gossip you've spread about someone else.
Oh, damn. Okay, here's my thing. I don't think I've never come up with a lie about
What
anyone.
the fuck?
Girl!
What the fuck?
What about
5 minutes? What were we just talking about?
about
Like,
myself, but not
That is a lie about yourself.
that was about
No,
someone
that
else
was-
too.
the
Technically.
card says, "What's the worst gossip you've shared about anyone, including myself?"
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
technically,
well then-
no, technically someone else was involved in that, right?
Mr.
Like,
Malone?
yes, your ex.
No, he doesn't know what's going on in our simpleton life.
Okay, well, go ahead. Yeah.
So I woke up one morning.
Tuesday.
I'm going to my 9 to 5 job, which is fucking sucks. And I'm the type of person that likes to stir the pot, if you may. And sometimes you can't do that, so you have to do it in little bits, if you will. So I didn't have drama to start in my own life, so I messed with Post Malone's, right? There's a FaceTime screenshot filter on Snapchat. It came out during COVID where you can it looks like you're FaceTiming Post Malone. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah, the first one was inspired by that screenshot. So I had a screenshot of Post Malone and I talking, and it looks hella real. And I was like, how funny would it be if I just was like, me and Post Malone used to talk. And I also made fake texts between him and I.
How did you make the fake text?
I feel like this makes me seem like a crazier person than I actually am. I'm very
Is it,
normal.
Are you though?
I'm pretty normal, if I'm going to say so
I
myself.
feel like it's aligned with your content.
It was
though.
just fun. It was funny. I thought it was funny. And I like to do funny shit.
It's peak Gen Z humor, and as a fellow Gen Zer, I get it. Like
You got it.
I feel
So who didn't get it?
me.
The 30 people in my messages. Oh, did you want to do something?
I
I'm
wanted
so
to fist
sorry.
bump you, and you just left
I'm
me
so sorry I
hanging.
missed that.
I just
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
sorry.
say, as an innocent bystander, I saw on Instagram that you were in distress about Post Malone, and you were posting the
You
the
felt
FaceTime.
bad.
I felt bad, and it's one of those things where it's fuck, I've seen your story, so I have to respond. You will know that I saw it. So I'm damn girl. I was thinking how can I ask her if this is true without actually saying, is this true? And then before I could even get to you, you were roasting other people.
You know
for
what's-
responding to you.
I'm
I was
such a
I'm
bitch.
so glad I
I'm
didn't ask.
such a cunt.
I was of course she dated Post Malone. What the fuck? You were gaslighting everyone.
Well, I came up with this huge story. I did gaslight the internet for a good 5 hours.
I think someone
I
had
came up with a story. What?
someone had said to you he should feel bad, or no, how would you ever date someone who he looks like he smells bad or something? And you were I think all of you people who are saying that are fucked up, and
Yeah, I kept getting asked if Post Malone smelt bad, and I was like, you guys are mad at me for lying to you. You should be mad at yourselves. What kind of questions are you asking me? This is so
That
rude.
is manipulative as fuck.
Yeah, and what about it? And what about it? Yeah, so got a lot of DMs from women who are like, you're my inspiration. I can't believe you. Because I made this whole story, right, about how he had cheated on me. He went on tour, and it was so hard dating a famous person, as a normal girl. It was a normal hot girl. And I felt bad after that. And then it just kept going. I could never stop. When I would go out to parties in Seattle, people would be like, how's you and Post Malone? And it just kept going. And then someone would be like, what? Did you date Post Malone? And I would be like,
damn it.
we'll never know.
Well,
So set the record straight. Did you date
So
Post
to set the
Malone?
record straight, I did. Not. But maybe I also did.
Thank
would you date Post Malone?
Yes.
Oh, is that your type?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, we do have a surprise for you.
What the fuck? He's comes right to the
Whoa.
table.
Oh my god. I would have smelled him if he was here.
What would you say your type is then?
Honestly, that was just for the bit. I don't know if Post Malone's actually my type, but I do like.
You guys make a cute couple.
What
I
do you
need to
mean by
process
that?
that.
Let's unpack that.
Yeah, I need to process what you just said to me. I think.
Continue.
Okay, why don't you continue?
Unpack
Am I
that,
musty
please.
to you?
No. I think He has
Musty
good
is
energy.
the funniest word I've ever heard. Musty is such like if somebody was like, "Bitch, you're musty," I would cry and go home. Like that's so disrespectful. But
That's great. You guys both came for me just because I said you guys would make a cute couple.
I'm sorry. No,
Sorry.
it's kind of
He's,
just a thing, like, because we're women and you're
and
you.
Abdul's sensitive today.
I'm very sassy today.
like.
I'm very hungover.
No, I don't know. I don't know about my type. I really like artistic people. I really like people.
What did I miss?
That too. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it really real. I really like people who are like creative and don't do things that. What am I trying to say in a smart way? Goddamn. People who break the social norm, I think, is very sexy. And he's one of those people who's like, why? You look at him and you're like, something's wrong. And something about that just really grabs me in.
Yeah, and his personality, I feel like, is so much different than what you would expect. Like, I've seen, like, interviews of him, and he's, like, actually really... Like, I saw this video of people, like, bullying Post Malone on the
Breakfast
internet.
Club?
Yeah, Breakfast Club, and I was like, low-key...
Well, Charlemagne is, like...
I was like, damn, that's so
evil.
sad. Yeah, he is. He's
That's
a
his name, right?
Little milk dud.
Why did you look at me?
Charlemagne. Because you watch that shit.
What makes you think I watched the
You're a
Breakfast Club?
fucking podcaster. Like, you
What do you
love
watch?
Drake. Like, you don't watch The Breakfast Club?
It's sticking.
I
It's
know.
sticking.
Aren't you, like, a big Drake guy?
No, that's actually a lie opposite, where you gaslit the internet. The internet gaslit me.
Oh,
To make me seem like I'm a big-
They typecasted you.
Yeah.
They did not.
Yes, they did.
You've posted so much about Drake. Like,
have I, though?
raccoons and Drake. What else?
How many
Like,
how many
North
times?
Face? I don't know.
Yeah, that is.
Is that not
you
his?
just named his
That's
brand.
his vibe. Like,
He's
that's
got
his whole brand.
brand.
Like,
spot.
winter aesthetic. Like, you're hiking, but you're also, like, listening to Drake and posting memes. Like, that's you.
Thank you.
You're
I
like.
think.
See, you
Spot
like
on.
that. You do like it.
I'm confused, but I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
We
What's
love
my
it.
brand?
Chaotic.
Wait, what's my brand?
Bougie. Your East
Your
Side.
brand is bougie.
You know what?
If Bellevue was an Instagram, it would be you.
Here's the funny thing.
Not
Y'all,
a bad thing.
That's crazy.
but it's just they've been roasting me about this all
Why?
morning. Because I'm a woman that knows what I want.
It's
Yeah,
not-
you
So
should
they
be
consider
bougie.
it bossy.
I'm not.
I'm glad you said bougie instead of bossy.
No, you are bougie as hell.
You are, and that's really fucking cool.
It's okay. Just
I
own
think
it.
it's good to be bougie.
Define what bougie is.
Just
You.
fucking you.
All right.
I think
Listen,
bougie-
Drake.
I think bougie
Booty
is a
eater.
very skillful, tactic, organized aesthetic, and you have that. I don't think you would ever be in a position where you'd be like, how the fuck did I get here? Like, you don't seem like that to me.
Only when I get out of every relationship I've ever been.
Yeah,
in.
well, that's different. That's like our worst selves all the time.
I want to take it into our next icebreaker. It's just a step. I really want to kind of like see how the mind of Ava works.
Whoa,
okay.
I'm
And so
terrified.
what we're
I'm
gonna
scared.
do?
I bet you are.
What we're gonna do is
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
gonna say a word and you're gonna say the first thing that comes to mind. You don't get to explain yourself.
This is gonna
you
be
just
bad.
Get to go.
I
You just
cannot
boom,
wait
boom,
for this.
boom.
This is gonna be bad.
Abdul, like for example, I said, never mind. We'll just watch the last episode if you
Yeah.
want to know how Abdul did. He did very bad. So,
No, I did great.
okay,
All right, ready?
ready?
Yeah.
Stray,
Cat.
fog,
Bog.
real word.
All right.
Fog.
Try again.
Yep, fog.
Lights.
Creator,
Me.
fraud,
Me.
corn,
Dog.
Seattle. You live here. Come on.
Bummy.
Sins,
Super good.
art,
Amazing.
nut,
On me?
crevice,
Sweaty. Is this your first guest? Am I your first guest on the show? Oh, fuck. I don't know what I've done for the community. Bug.
crevice is crazy.
Crevice. What'd I
Um,
say? Sweaty?
Yes. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you the. You said creator and fraud, and you said me.
Right.
We're not allowed to say the same word twice. So
Understandable.
creator,
God.
fraud,
Me.
Thanks so much for
You could have
playing.
switched those two around and got real controversial.
Yeah,
Oh.
right?
Imagine.
Fraud. God. Creator, me, bitch. That man did nothing.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna drink or what?
Yeah,
No,
let's do one more truth or drink before we get
okay.
into our next bit. Go ahead, Abdul. It's your turn to go.
I get to pick.
Yeah, you haven't picked at all. Yeah. I didn't
Daizha.
realize. Okay. You didn't even look.
I already know the answer to this. Have you ever asked to speak to the manager?
Me?
What's the highest you've escalated a complaint?
Oh, fuck yeah. So I
Love you, baby.
I get mad.
Right.
So I get mad. When I was living in one of my first apartments, it fucking flooded. Like my upstairs neighbors flooded down, and I needed to get the people above's information. And my landlord, first of all, apartment people, we'll turn it down. Apartment folks act like they own your life. Like if you ever had a bad leasing team, like it's for real. Like you know. A shitty situation. So I did what I knew best. I searched their company, and I somehow on the internet found all of like every email.
What is that? You did what you do best?
Yes.
Which is what?
Stalk,
Oh.
research, find, dig.
Investigate.
I somehow got like every employee's email, phone number, and
Somehow.
I reached out to some like
I don't know
I
how.
reached out to some higher people. One guy was like, I don't know how you got my number, but I'm like the VP of blah blah blah. I'm like, let's figure this out. So yeah, I went as far as like the VP for my old property management company.
That's good.
I want you on my team.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Flooding is a good reason to do that, but I feel like you've done that for like a.
You ever have
Small
a
thing?
sandwich that wasn't what you wanted and you went back?
No,
Like,
I'm passive aggressive. Like, but like not passive over aggressive. I'm passive and aggressive.
Oh.
So like, I'll be like,
Aren't those two things opposites? So how do we get them together?
I am so glad you're here, Ava. I would feel like I was crazy if it was just me. Right now.
One thing I'm not gonna do: gaslight you, gaslight everybody else.
Thank you.
So what? Let's just say you get a sandwich. It's not cooked the way you want. I'm the worker,
Okay.
right? And you're coming up to me.
I did this yesterday.
Demonstrate.
How much would you hate me if I told you the sandwich was disgusting?
Oh,
Disgusting.
Literally said this yesterday.
I don't think that's passive aggressive. I think you're being sweet with a little touch of anxiety.
I feel like
A
that's.
touch of anxiety or a spin-off podcast.
I feel. Please.
Can I just be on it
You
every
can
day?
just take
If
it's
we
just
ever
you
say
talking
that
into the
again,
mic.
you have
Talking
to
to the
give
mic.
her fucking kudos for that.
You
but yeah.
somehow described passive and aggressive, and you proved us wrong.
Well, I think maybe that's something you should look into. Is why you feel like you're being passive aggressive? Because if you did that to me and I was working, I'd be like, that was the nicest thing you could ever have said.
Really? Okay, I think
Yeah,
it's
if you came up to me and you're, well, maybe not. The sandwich is disgusting.
See, that's
but
where I get twisted.
you had
like,
to throw that in.
I have
You have to.
I don't feel like I'm good at lying about how I feel. As you all know, I'm very vocal about my complaints.
At
so,
that
like,
point, you could have just been a full bitch, you know? You could have just ran with it and been like, this fucking sucks. Where's my refund?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that how you do it?
I don't know. How would
I
you?
don't know.
Okay, let's
I don't.
reverse it.
I feel like I'm cool.
So,
So I would go up. That's what I think. So I feel like I would go up and be like, hey, man, this shit is ass. Like,
why do I feel like I'm imagining you like levitating over there with like a
cigarette. Yeah.
Because she's cool.
hey, man, me and Post Malone are in the car and we both hate this sandwich.
We gotta get Abdul a question.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
Do I pick from either pile?
Either or.
Well, you get to pick who you give the question.
Oh, I want to do this to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, shit, they're both good. One is kind of...
Well, he has to ask one too, and I have to ask one. So you can do both of them and pick who.
No.
Yes.
Change
Okay.
the rules to.
Yeah, this one I already know what that means. When was the last time you apologized and absolutely didn't mean it?
Me?
Yeah, you'd never. You're about to say, I would never do that.
No.
I'm passive and aggressive.
I'm passive and aggressive.
Probably like any man I've ever like been with. Like,
Whoa.
the thing about me is I assess who I'm arguing with, right? If I'm arguing with somebody and you're not at the same IQ as me, I'm not about to like dive in. Not to say that men ain't have a higher IQ, but like you gotta understand who you're arguing with. So sometimes just to save face, I'm just like, all right, you're right, my bad. I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't
Yeah.
really
Just to end the conversation.
just to end the conversation and be like, because people love to be like, you never love to admit when you're wrong, and it's just like, I don't like to give them something to be right about, so I'll just be like, yeah, my bad, sorry, move forward, like let's be done with it.
Yeah.
That's great. You putting that out for the internet to know.
I mean,
I would take
she's
that
smart.
to the grave.
She'll
Why?
Why would you take it to the
Why?
grave?
What's wrong with that?
You don't want to like play your cards. Now, if you ever say you're right, I'm never going to believe you.
That's between you and God. Like that's
Yeah.
nothing to do with me. Like, what do we do now? Like, okay, well, so Ava, I really think that I want to kind of like get into this next game that we have going, and it's basically do's and don'ts of dating. Okay, and I kind of, are you single or are you in a relationship? Right
I'm
now?
single.
Okay, single, and Abdul is in a relationship.
Period.
So I'm gonna ask y'all these questions, and I just kind of want to hear your takes on it.
Okay.
So, how do y'all feel about splitting the bill on the first date?
It's gonna be a no from me.
No.
I think it's a no for me too.
All right,
Yes.
cool. We can move to the next one then.
But I think if the other person is persistent in splitting the bill, like if they're like, absolutely, I want to split the bill, I'm not going to fight them about it. Because I know there's a
Well, yeah.
a
What
power
the fuck other choice do you have?
there's
Like,
a power
are you gonna
dynamic
leave?
that goes where if like it's a bad date, I know some friends that don't want to feel like they owe somebody something, so like I just want to split the bill. That's kind of a sign that the date didn't go well.
What?
We're gonna go
Whoa.
our
I'm
separate
not gonna
ways.
lie. I paid for a date because I was like, damn, I feel bad that you drove this way because like I'm never gonna talk to you again. I've done that before,
Yeah.
but my sister was like, if you do that again, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Like, make him pay. So I will say I don't believe in splitting on the first date, but if it fails or if maybe he's like a high-end kind of guy, I'll offer. But like I offer once, you're supposed to push back once.
Yeah, I'll push back, but if the other person's like, I insist on splitting the bill, I'm like, all right, I see what's happening. We'll split the bill. Call it good.
I don't know if I've ever been this complicated regarding that. I just like if I'm on a date with someone, if they ask me on a date, which is usually why I'm on a date, I don't even think that far ahead. I'm just assuming they're gonna pay for it. If they're
Do
like,
you bring your wallet?
of course, I need my
Okay.
fucking ID.
Yeah. What's
But
going
like,
on?
I'm not gonna do the weird like, like you're paying for this fucking food. I don't
Period.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there like, oh, should I? Oh, like what the fuck do I look like doing that?
I would appreciate it if I offer to pay the bill. A thank you is fine. I don't
Of
like
course.
the fake like, oh,
I'll do
I'll
more
get
than
it.
that.
I'll get the drinks. I'll get the next.
I'll get it next time.
Just
Then you're
say
like
thank you.
obligated to take them on
Yeah,
another
thank
date.
Yeah.
you is super real. Thank
Yeah,
you,
just say
thank you
thank
is
you.
super real.
Yeah.
I have no problem saying thank you and please.
And you're welcome.
All right. What about
You're welcome.
What about talking about body count in a relationship?
Soup fucking whack.
Don't do that.
I don't even know.
Both sides, like no.
I don't know why that exists.
I think
anymore.
sometimes
I feel like
it
exists for
sexual
children.
health reasons.
Oh.
Sometimes.
I think
Okay.
you just ask somebody if they've been tested. You don't need to
Yeah.
talk about body
Yeah.
count. You could have one body and have AIDS.
Oh,
We're not saying that on air.
What do you
we
mean?
just did set it on air.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, like I don't think the quantity.
And there's nothing wrong with
No,
AIDS.
he's fat.
Yeah.
He's fat.
Yeah.
He's fat. There's nothing wrong with AIDS either. It's just if you had it, I would have to know.
Exactly.
So the conversation I think should be more geared towards like, have you been tested rather than like how many pussies have you been inside of, or
Right.
how many schlongers have been in your
Yeah.
pooty
Whatever.
hole.
Okay, what about this?
Yeah, I don't care though.
Do you feel like your partner needs to tell you who they've slept with? Like, let's say you walk into a room and there's people your partner has slept with in that room. Would you want to know, or is it not your business?
I
since
would
you-
already know.
But you're saying that you don't feel like they need to. You don't need to discuss body count. So like, what's happening in that moment?
Okay, here can I go ahead?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You got this.
I don't think that when you're like getting serious with a person, should there be kind of a discussion where it's like, dear sir, you know, like write me a list of everyone you fucked. Like, I don't think that's necessary. Had we walked into a room and you had like sex with someone there, I would expect you to be like, hey, that, you know, that person I diddled my doodle with, and I would be like, word. Like, I'm not gonna then ask like, how many other people did you do it
Yeah,
with?
okay,
Like,
okay,
it's just
okay.
like, as it comes up, it comes up. But I've personally never wanted to know. Sometimes I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
I would rather
Great
just
song.
not. It's better for me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great song.
I don't wanna know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If you- like, keep it on the low, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't want to know.
My heart just can't take it anymore.
How long should a person wait before deleting a dating app after talking to someone new?
Ooh.
And like going on a successful date?
Ooh.
That's been chatter on the internet. People have been like,
I don't know. I've never done the dating app thing. I don't know if I'm a good person.
you never been on Tinder, girl?
When I was like 17.
Okay. Well, picture it now.
Wait, don't you have to be 18 to be on Tinder?
I think I was in high school when I downloaded Tinder.
Whoa.
I think, yeah.
Take it up with him.
Who's him?
Oh,
Who's Wait,
HIM.
with God?
The owner of Tinder. It's
Okay.
probably a man, right?
Could be a woman. Could be a.
I'm not going to assume.
Wait, why are we talking about the
Okay,
owner
I'm
of
sorry.
Tinder?
Anyway,
how do we-
anyway. Okay, so
How long?
What's the fucking question?
So let's say you are dating somebody.
Mm,
You go on a great date. You matched on Tinder, Hinge, whatever.
yeah.
And then he's like,
I'm sorry.
and he's like,
I have a nicotine addiction.
what you
I just put in. Shout out Zin. You guys really just pull through every time, except for right now.
We're gonna have to draw this back in, guys. Okay, you're dating someone,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
and I hate when you say congratulations. That is fucking
Keep going,
passive.
babe.
And you met on a dating app.
Yeah.
The date goes super great.
Yeah.
You look. He's updated his profile.
To
3
what?
days later, like he
Oh, he
added
changed
new
the
photos,
picture?
so you can tell he's on the app still.
Oh, okay.
After
Well,
one
clearly
date?
he doesn't fucking like me. So.
So
then
you're done with
I'm
him, or
on to
what
the
happened?
next.
Okay. Period.
If you're updating your profile picture or whatever on Tinder and we just went on a date, maybe I'm fucking crazy. But to me, that's like you want to keep going. There's more out there, more options. That's enough for me to be like, okay,
Well, it's so crazy.
I'm
because
out skis.
I feel like men, especially in Seattle, they will date multiple people at the same time. And then, like, right, you were dating people.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
wait, no,
whoa.
the only reason why I say that is because we talked about it
The
on our
fuck?
last episode.
Okay, we did,
At
we
our
did.
last episode,
We did.
Abdul shared.
We did.
Look, Abdul shared that he was dating, and then
Yeah.
when he found the right person, he cut everybody else
Yeah,
off.
that's
So that's why I feel
Congratulations.
Like
Thank you.
the question stands of like, well, maybe they're just actively dating until they know
Yeah.
it's right.
yeah.
But are
okay.
you out of there at that point?
One date, I can see why one date might not be enough for someone to know that like I'm the one for them.
Mm-hmm.
Two, on the other hand, no, I'm just kidding. I can see why like one date might be like it's too soon to tell. At that point, I'd probably address it and be like, "Hey, fuck," because then what are you gonna say? Like, "Hey, I saw you change your profile. You sound
Right.
crazy."
You can't.
Yeah, I would just probably let it roll and see. Those were two very different answers.
We get to pick which answer we like.
Well,
no.
here's what we're gonna do. We're wrapping up. I appreciate that. I really want to, before we like close out, you've seen a lot of recent success on TikTok. You
Mhm.
like blew up. I remember like one day I saw you were posted like just like your normal content.
Silly ass shit.
Silly
Shout out to your
ass
mom.
shit.
Shout out to my mom.
And then next, your mom too, boss. But I want to know how it feels like overnight success of your TikTok happened, because like how many followers are you having now? Like,
11.5K, which is not that much.
That's
but
still
You should put on the sunglasses and the hat right now.
right now. This hat. This is not a baseball team.
It's not a baseball.
What team is it? It's not a team at all.
Yeah, I just
Oh.
to really drive home the
My apologies.
superstar,
All right, let's hear it.
and then say 11.5K.
So what am I about
again.
to say? Oh,
So
say it
tell me
again.
about how when did you discover your first viral video, and then what kind of content do you do?
Do you guys know about mewing?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
What is viewing?
So what's the question?
What's mewing? First of all, I have no
Oh,
idea what that is.
It's like a cunty thing, like to make yourself look more like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, I think.
okay.
Well, do you know their prune thing?
No.
Fuck.
I'm
It's just
sorry.
like a thing you do with your face to like serve.
Okay.
You bite your inner cheeks.
Wait. How do we get from there to TikTok? Like,
To be honest, I don't know. TikTok was cool. Yeah, okay, all right, I'll be serious. So I had like I had like started so I'm a writer. Like that's my I make music, but before that, I always wanted to be a writer.
Mhm.
I did poetry in college and then I was like, "Oh, that's fucking whack and cringe." Like I don't want to ever do slam poetry again. Like I think I might kill myself if I ever went down that path again. But I love writing, and I was posting some of my writing on TikTok, and I would just do like the like Word docs, screenshot it, and then post it in like photo slides.
Mhm.
And I noticed that like it wasn't really, because the internet is dumb, right? So like if you put too much in one frame, they're like, I can't read that. Like it's too much for them. So I was like trying to utilize like short form poetry in a way that was like, you know,
Palatable.
Thank you. That's a great
Right,
word.
that's
That's
a
a
Bellevue
fucking
word.
really good ass word. Bougie ass thing to say. No. And so I started doing like snippets of my writing instead, like literally 5 words or a fucking like sentence. And I found this app at the time where I was like in my cleansing era. I was like not trying to be on social media. So I found an app where like it's not, its sole purpose is not to share, but to create. So you could collage, you could take other pictures from like a public library and make little like, you know, posts with them. And so I was like fucking around with that at the time, and I'm not good visually that much as I am with words. So why are you fucking laughing right now?
Why are you laughing?
What do you?
Thinking of something else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
While she's telling this important
crazy.
ass story of her come up.
Of my come up from rags to riches, and you're just laughing over here. No, I was like, how can I?
Tea. Like, what's wrong
We'll
with
talk
you?
about that after.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe.
Okay.
It won't happen again. I apologize.
So you guys asked me to be serious, and I'm trying. Like,
Okay,
Okay,
so it started getting traction,
yeah,
which I
so-
think it is palatable, but it's also deep. Like sometimes I'm like, damn, it's over my head.
Yeah.
right? Like, but it's great. Keep
it's
going.
over your head.
Yeah, sometimes like 'cause
I don't
it's
get
deep.
it.
It's deep.
What is she saying? Yeah, so I just wanted to like put my words out there. I chose to do it with pictures, and it seemed to like work. The like post that blew up was not the one that it was a fucking joke to me. Like it was supposed to be funny and silly, and everyone liked it. And also these are like kids, right? So it's like that's where I get kind of like, what am I doing when I'm like my target audience is like preteen girls who are like going through a difficult time. But yeah, it was cool. Like I posted, and then maybe like 3 days later, I was actually at a party at Crocodile with I remember Belina's show.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Oh, the
Belina's
interlude?
show where like my phone started blowing up, and then I like
Oh shit.
checked my shit and was like, oh, I have like close to 1 million views. Like,
What?
and then I was just fucking too drunk to like even. I was like, that's fucking crazy. And I got home and stayed up all night and was like looking at the comments, and it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It's nothing though. Like whatever.
Like 1 million light work. But
Whatever.
and then I know that there were like the downside to that is people were stealing your
it.
work,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
is fucking crazy. Like to copy paste is crazy.
Copy paste is insane. Yeah. Copy paste, change the photo, and then tell me that they wrote it first was
Ugh.
what is crazy.
That
yeah.
would break my
The
heart.
worst part, probably 15 years old. Like couldn't even like what could I do? Like can't
Oh.
yell at you. Like you're a child. But
I
yeah.
think I saw someone was like, "Didn't you get this from Ava Dasar?" And then you're
Yeah.
yeah. So at least it's being acknowledged that
Yeah, it's being acknowledged, and also like who fucking cares? Like I don't know. It's just like you're like I care.
I would fucking care.
No,
I,
it's
like,
it's
that's what keep me
annoying.
up at night.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's also like these are most likely teenagers, and they think something is cool, so they just do it themselves.
Right.
I think that's a good healthy perspective to have. I used to get really bogged down on cut comments when I would read them, and it would really fuck up my
As you
day.
should, because your
But
your cut videos are wild.
But then
I got roasted on cut comments too.
Then I remember like this is a fucking 14-year-old from Nebraska.
Right.
Why are they
Right.
ruining my day?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Someone on cut told me I looked like the chubby Latina version of Scarlett Johansson.
Wait, what? I was gonna say, but wait, is
Very niche comment. I kind of wasn't even mad. Like, I was kind of like,
she's
and how do we make that work? And how do we run with that?
period.
Yeah.
So shout out
them.
Shout out to
14-year-olds.
Cut and 14.
Yeah, shout out to, they came up with the good shit. Like,
Yeah, I felt like my cut comments were just like racist.
all of
as
yours,
shit.
no, all of yours, I saw.
My negative ones. That was it.
okay.
I could
The
always
rest
tell
of
some
them-
30-year-old like white man in fucking
Right.
wherever.
I felt like all of
Nebraska.
yours were like, I'm in love with her. Who
they
is
were
she?
nice.
I would love to be you for a day.
that I got lucky with that episode. I don't know how or why the producers did that, but yeah. And I also feel like it's just
You're just
being
that girl.
No, being
You said, and I also
authentic.
just feel like I'm that girl.
No,
Being
just-
passive and aggressive.
Passive and aggressive. No, and just I felt like being honest because I know that there were people in that group of people of the episode that like literally said like, oh, I was just trying to get like clickbait, so I was just saying like crazy shit that I could. I was not trying to do that. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to like just say something and someone misinterpret it and be like super hurtful or like I don't know. So
You're so kind. I've been telling the little kids in my comments to shut the fuck up. They're like, what does this mean? I'm like, you just need to grow up. You'll get there one day, kid.
Where can they find you, Miss
They can
Ava?
find me. Man, don't go to my TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at Ava Dasar, Dasar.
Awesome.
Was that good? Should I say anything
Yeah.
else?
I love you.
I
Ava.
love you. I'm in love with you.
I'm not in love with
actually-
you, but I love you.
You did actually say this when you're like, because I surprised him. Like, we had like a few people reach out to us, like, oh, you want to be on the TikTok, da da da. And I surprised him with
me?
you. Yeah. And
Was
he's
it a
like,
good
I
surprise?
I was
love
excited.
Ava.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
Remember
my
when you
gosh.
reached out to me? I'm like, Daisha's the boss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass
Why
this
do
up
you
the.
always blame other
Daisha?
people
No,
for
he
your
wasn't
actions?
blaming you. He was accolading you.
It's
There
very
we-
much both
I like
of
that
us.
word.
When
Yeah.
you're a writer and you don't speak proper English. Yeah, I wanted to be here so bad. I'm so happy I came.
Yeah, she paid us a lot of money to be on this.
Yeah,
Yes.
all my TikTok money from the 12-year-olds.
Well, let's get like a thumbnail.
A thumbnail?
Yeah, because you're going to be in it. So tell us when you're ready. Clap your hands before you make your post so we know.
What?
Wait, are we? Is the podcast done?
Yes.
Okay. There was no like outro. We're just like.
There literally was. Where can I find you as an outro?
Okay. All right.
Do you remember?
He don't like my intro. He don't like my intro, my outro.
Got you in the zone. Blame it